We are back at one of the best track and field meets in the country. Yes, the Arcadia Invitational. Yeah, the home of national records, of course, here on KDOC. And Matt, you want to talk about some lineage. Cruz Culpepper is somebody that's got some pretty seriously great genes.
Yep, mom and dad, both two-time Olympians, Alan and Shane. So Cruz holding up the family tradition here out of Niwot. He's going to do business with his fellow Coloradan here, James Lee out of Silver Creek.
Yeah, James Lee headed to Penn after this. So he can run, and he's pretty darn smart.
On your mark.
Not a bad combination.
Yeah, that's okay, that'll work.
And Cruz is headed back to school. He's only a sophomore.
As this boys' mile gets underway, let's have a quick conversation with McKenna Brown as we turn, and it is the pole vault loss. This is the young lady who began as a pole vaulter. Her dad, Charlie, a UCLA dad, and an outstanding pole vaulter there.
Here we go, the early pace being set here. Again, the names to keep an eye on. The sophomore you mentioned, Cruz Culpepper. Seniors, James Lee. Several seniors in this race. Brett Hickman from Mission Viejo, somebody to take a look at. Jagdeep Chatal out of Burroughs and Burbank.
You can see a lot of jostling going on. Generally, that means the pace is slow, and people are kind of fighting for room there.
Culpepper, the youngest in this race. All juniors and seniors except for Culpepper, who's a sophomore.
All right, congratulations, McKenna Brown. Let's go to the boys. They go by 4:40 at 67. They actually ran the second 200 faster than the first there, and now we're picking up the pace. Here we go. Caleb Armstrong, the junior from Hurricane High in Utah. He started to pick it up on his outside shoulder. Colton Colonna, St. Francis.
And again, these athletes coming in from Utah and Colorado, they love coming to Arcadia. Coming down to sea level, really have an advantage.
And James Lee of Silver Creek right there tucked in into that third spot. Brett Hickman, the outstanding 800-meter runner from Mission Viejo, comfortably there in fourth.
Not to mention, where else would you rather be for spring break? In Southern California. Who doesn't like that?
And our pace picking it up a little bit more. Here we go, boys. Caleb Armstrong. Colonna right there. Now Brett Hickman moving up. And we are right at 2:11 for 880, 2:11.
Very slow for athletes of this caliber. We should see a great negative split second half race here.
2:11 and Armstrong picking it up again. Armstrong making a move, trying to get away. James Lee of Silver Creek trying to bridge that gap. Cruz Culpepper of Niwot leading the chase group. Everybody's going to be close as we come around to the bell.
So we've got Armstrong out of Hurricane, Utah in the lead, and then James Lee, Silver Creek, Colorado in second, and then Niwot sophomore, Cruz Culpepper in third. So just as we thought, three athletes with the benefit of coming down to sea level from altitude.
Setting ourselves up for a very quick last 400. Armstrong, Lee, and Culpepper. Ladrano, 151, third in the state meet last year at 800. He's in the all green there of Highland. Great closing speed. He's moved into third.
Boy, that sure bunched up real quick and now stretched out again. You can see the top two. And there comes Culpepper.
And down the backstretch, Armstrong, but here comes Culpepper. Ladrano in the gap in between. Chahal in the all red of Burroughs making a big move. Cruz Culpepper, just a sophomore, taking the pace. Here we go. Very quick here for the last 100 down the stretch. Coming down the stretch, here we go. Cruz Culpepper of Niwot taking a glance back. James Lee in second, Medrano, Chahal right at 4:13.
4:13:15, our unofficial time for Cruz Culpepper, the sophomore. In a field of all upperclassmen, he's got the lineage, and now he's got an Arcadia title under his belt as well. And he had a lot of ground to make up early, but those last 2 laps, nobody faster than Cruz Culpepper, and he was able to pull away at the finish. Culpepper went hunting on that last lap, picking them off one by one, and there he crosses the finish line. 4:13:14, the official time. James Lee ends up second at 4:13:94. Then a pretty big gap after that. But Cruz Culpepper, your winner at Arcadia, the boys 1 mile invitational. All right, here's some highlights from earlier. The boys 4x8 meter relay. It was the Great Oak team that won the girls' side first time. And now the Great Oak boys trying to get the job done as well. They would do it, but they had a lot of ground to make up in this race.
Coach Souls does a great job with that group out there. They get hundreds of kids out for cross country, and by virtue of that, they have great relay teams, 4x8, 4x1600, and the distance medley on the track.
Roosevelt had a good run here. They'd end up finishing second. Redondo Union in the mix. There's De La Salle. They had the lead early, but would end up getting caught in this race. And yeah, there's the Great Oak finish. A great finish at that. They end up pulling away in the final 50 meters or so. Great Oak, 7.5329. They're the winners. Here in the boys 4x8.
Carlos Carvajal brings it home for the Wolfpack. They had 6 athletes so far this young track season break 2 flat in the 800 meters.
Let's do a little hurdling when we come back. Why not? Boys and girls 110 and 100 hurdles here in the Invitationals at Arcadia on KDOC.